Hong Kong people must be one of those who love their family. They work hard every day, hoping to provide the best for their beloved ones. When being asked, what do you want to improve? Most of them say, the living standard. Yes, much people spend most of their energy to improve the standard of living. So, you think you've done enough?
Living standard is not just about the material standard of living. It includes other factors like environmental equality, health, social life, etc. When we talk about good environmental quality, it doesn't mean moving from city to countryside only. It also means protecting the environment and trying to maintain a sustainable city.
That means when we want to increase the living standard, showing our love to our beloved ones, there should be two main parts. One is material, the other is environmental. However, according to the figures, the expenditure in environmental protection in Hong Kong is almost half of that in Japan. And the recycling rate of domestic waste in Hong Kong is only 20 to 13%, showing that Hong Kong government and citizens have belittled the importance of environmental protection. When considering living standard, Hong Kong people who are famous of hard working may have done great in the material part, but for the environmental part, not enough. Mrs. Leung, a mother of 2 children, loves her children like other mother in the world, tries to provide both the material and the environmental good conditions for them.
I love my family, so I work very hard to make enough money so that they can have the best education. And at the same time, when I do things, I will think of its long-term effect, so that when they grow up, they can have a very good environment to live in.
Like other international cities, Hong Kong seems to be a materialistic and short-sighted city. Fortunately, most people now realize that providing good material for their children is not enough. Over 86% of the interviewees believe that the damaged environment in Hong Kong has already exploited the rights of their next generation to enjoy the nature.
I try to live a world which is a good place to live in for them. And because of this, whatever I do, I try to protect the environment so that when I die, when this generation die, we can leave them with a better world. And I also hope that they can follow our models so that they will continue to protect the world, and then we will have a better world for future generations.
So, environmental protection is no longer our own responsibility. It is also a way to show our love to our beloved ones, even the future generation. Here comes the question. It is easy to love our family by giving them material support, but it is hard to protect our environment. Mrs. Leung got some housewife tips.
In everyday life, I will try to avoid using plastic bags. That's why when we are shopping, we will usually bring our own bag. And even when we choose toys, we'll avoid buying toys which are made of plastic, because we think plastic are hazardous to the world. We will try to save water. For example, in Hong Kong, toilet water is free. But for me, it's not free, because it's one of the important resources in the world. So even the toilet water we'll save. I think it's important to teach our children to treasure what they have, because they were born in city, and to them it's electricity means pressing a button, and water means turning the tap, and they don't know how hard it is for us to have water and how important these resources are to humans. So whatever I do, I will explain to them why I do it. For example, if I think water is important, I will explain to them why. Because, for example, some children in Africa, they don't have fresh water. They have to walk for hours just for maybe a bucket of clean water. But for them, it's difficult. It's very difficult to understand, because they just turn the tap and they have fresh water already. So I think education is also a very important thing in terms of protecting the world and educating the kids to protect the world.
Surprisingly, it is easy to practice. Human beings have love, no matter in which generation they are. We care who we love and try to provide the best for them. But in this materialistic generation, some of us may have been going into a wrong direction. We focus too much on the material aspects, and sometimes we may have forgotten to protect the environment. To ensure our beloved ones, even our future generation, to live in a healthy environment, we should think more and provide what they actually need. So, have you done enough?